Number 10. The abandoned island of Hashima. Imagine a place so densely packed with life that it looks less like an island and more like a floating concrete battleship. That's what Hashima Island, or Gunkanjima, was like. A tiny speck off the coast of Nagasaki, Japan, it was once a booming undersea coal mining facility, and at its peak in the 1950s, the most densely populated place on Earth. The island was home to over 5,000 people, all crammed into a labyrinth of towering concrete apartment blocks, schools, hospitals, and even a movie theater. But here's the thing. Once the coal ran out, the people left. In 1974, Mitsubishi, the company that owned the mine, shut it down for good. In just a few months, the island went from a bustling city to a ghost town. Today, it's a terrifying monument to a bygone era. The buildings are still there, but they're crumbling, their windows shattered, their walls stained with rust and time. Nature is slowly reclaiming the space, with vines and weeds crawling up the sides of the buildings, and the sea breeze carries a haunting silence. You can walk through the deserted halls, peek into the empty apartments, and imagine the lives of the people who once called this place home. It's a real-life horror movie set, and the scariest part is that it's not a movie at all. It's a testament to how quickly a thriving community can become a relic of the past, swallowed by the relentless march of time and rust. Number 9. The abandoned Olympic bobsled track. If you've ever watched the Winter Olympics, you know the bobsled track is a place of speed, adrenaline, and pure athletic insanity. It's a concrete roller coaster of banked turns and heart-stopping drops. But what happens to these tracks once the games are over? If you go to Sarajevo, the capital of Bosnia and Herzegovina, you can find the bobsled track from the 1984 Winter Olympics, and it's a lot less glamorous than it used to be. The track was built with millions of dollars and countless man-hours, but it's been abandoned since the Bosnian War. The concrete is cracked and covered in graffiti, and a thick layer of moss and vines now coats the once pristine surface. You can walk the entire length of the track and get a sense of just how insane it is to go down that thing at 80 miles an hour. It's a powerful image, a symbol of human achievement and athletic glory, now a decaying, forgotten ruin. It's a grim reminder of how quickly the world can turn from celebration to destruction, and how easily our monuments to greatness can become monuments to our own folly. The only athletes who use this track now are urban explorers and graffiti artists, and they're not going for the gold. They're just trying to get a picture before the whole thing collapses. Number 8. The abandoned city of Pripyat. You've probably heard of Chernobyl. The name alone conjures images of nuclear fallout and ghost towns, but the real story is even more chilling. Pripyat was the city built to house the workers of the Chernobyl nuclear power plant. It was a modern, thriving city of nearly 50,000 people, with schools, hospitals, a swimming pool, and an amusement park. On April 26, 1986, the city was evacuated in a hurry after the catastrophic nuclear accident. The residents were told they would be able to return in a few days. They never did. Today, Pripyat is a time capsule of Soviet-era life, frozen in a moment of panic. The amusement park's Ferris wheel stands as a haunting symbol of a life that was abruptly cut short. Doll heads lay scattered on school floors, and gas masks are piled in corners. Nature, a fierce and unstoppable force, has begun to reclaim the city, with trees growing through the cracked asphalt and animals roaming the deserted streets. It's a city without a soul, a testament to the devastating power of human error. It's a place where the air is still filled with a silent, invisible threat, and the only inhabitants are the ghosts of a forgotten past. A place where the clock stopped ticking and the future was erased in a single, terrifying moment. Number 7. The abandoned village of Imber. Imagine a village that, one day, just disappeared. Not because of a natural disaster or a plague, but because the government needed it. That's what happened to the small English village of Imber. In 1943, during World War II, the British Army needed a place to train their troops for urban warfare. Imber, with its remote location on the Salisbury Plain, was the perfect candidate. The residents were given just 47 days to pack up their belongings and leave their homes. They were promised they could return once the war was over. They never did. Today, the village is a ghost town. with its houses, pub, and church, all standing in various states of decay. The Army still uses the area for training, so you can only visit on a few select days of the year when the artillery range is quiet. It's an eerie experience, walking through the empty streets and seeing the shells of what were once homes. The church, however, is still consecrated, and the bells are rung on the few days a year the public is allowed in. It's a powerful image, a place so full of history and life, now just a training ground for war. A whole community erased from the map, not by an enemy, but by their own government. Number 6. The abandoned railway of the Republic of Georgia. The Republic of Georgia is a country of mountains, valleys, and breathtaking natural beauty. It's also home to a very strange, very creepy, abandoned railway. Tucked away in a remote part of the country is a railway line that was built in the early 20th century to connect two major cities. But the line was never finished. So what you have now is a massive railway line, complete with bridges, tunnels, and a huge railway station, all sitting in the middle of nowhere. The tracks are rusted, the bridges are crumbling, and the station is covered in graffiti. The most terrifying part is the tunnels. They're long, dark, and filled with strange, whispering echoes. When you walk through them, you feel like you're in a horror movie, and you're just waiting for something to jump out at you. It's a testament to a bygone era of industry and ambition, a project that was started with so much hope and enthusiasm, only to be abandoned and left to rot. It's a place where time just stopped, and the ghosts of an unfinished past still linger. Number 5. The abandoned amusement park of Berlin. Imagine a theme park where the roller coasters are rusted, the Ferris wheel is frozen in time, and the dinosaurs are decaying. That's Spree Park, an abandoned amusement park in Berlin, Germany. Built in the GDR era, it was once a major attraction, but it closed down in 2002 due to financial troubles. Since then, the park has become a playground for urban explorers and a canvas for graffiti artists. The rides are still there, but they're in various states of disrepair, with their bright colors faded and their gears rusted. The most iconic image of the park is the giant Ferris wheel, frozen in time, its cars swinging in the wind. The roller coaster is now just a metal skeleton, and the once vibrant dinosaur statues are now just decaying relics. It's a powerful image, a place of joy and laughter, now a place of ruin and decay. A grim reminder of how quickly a place of happiness can become a place of sorrow. Number 4, the abandoned submarine base of Balaclava. Imagine a secret lair straight out of a James Bond movie. That's the vibe you get from the Balaclava submarine base in Crimea. This isn't just a regular abandoned building, it's a massive, hidden complex built during the Cold War. It was designed to be a nuclear-proof shelter and repair facility for Soviet submarines. The entire base is carved into the side of a mountain, with a massive entrance tunnel hidden from the sea. It could house up to 9 submarines and was completely self-contained, with everything from a hospital to a bakery inside. The base was so well hidden that a casual observer would have no idea it existed. The whole thing was top secret, a massive engineering project built to survive a nuclear attack. But after the collapse of the Soviet Union, the base was abandoned. Today it's a museum, but the sense of foreboding still hangs in the air. The massive tunnels, the crumbling walls, the empty docks, it all feels like a relic from a different time, a terrifying reminder of a world that was always on the brink of war. It's a place where you can feel the weight of history and the paranoia of the Cold War. Number 3, the abandoned city of Kolmanskop. Have you ever seen a place where the desert is literally swallowing a city? That's Kolmanskop, a ghost town in the Namib Desert in southern Namibia. It was once a booming diamond mining town, built in the early 1900s when German miners discovered diamonds in the area. The town was a hub of activity, with a hospital, a ballroom, and even a casino. But once the diamond field was depleted, the town was abandoned. Today, the desert is slowly reclaiming the city. Sand dunes have crept into the buildings, filling the rooms with sand and creating a surreal, haunting landscape. You can walk through the deserted houses, and in some, the sand is up to your waist. The wind howls through the empty windows, and the entire city has a strange, otherworldly feel. It's a powerful image, a place built on ambition and greed, now just a pile of sand and crumbling walls. A grim reminder that no matter how big and powerful we think we are, nature will always, always win. Number 2. The abandoned city of Plymouth. You're probably thinking, wait, isn't Plymouth a city in England? Yes, it is. But there's another Plymouth, one that was the capital of the island of Montserrat, and it's a ghost town. In 1995, the Soufriere Hills volcano, which had been dormant for hundreds of years, erupted. The eruption was a slow, agonizing process, and the city was eventually evacuated. The volcano continued to erupt over the next few years, and by 1997, the city was completely buried in ash and pyroclastic flows. Today, the city is a modern-day Pompeii, a ghost town buried under layers of ash and mud. The buildings are still there, but they're filled with a thick layer of volcanic material. The streets are impassable, and the entire city is a no-go zone. It's a powerful image, a bustling city, a thriving community, all erased from the map by a single unstoppable force of nature. It's a sobering reminder that we're not in control of our planet, and that the forces of nature are always, always more powerful than us. Number 1. The abandoned village of Krakow. You're standing on a cliffside looking at a medieval village that's literally falling off the edge of a mountain. That's Krakow, a ghost town in the Basilicata region of southern Italy. The village was founded in the 8th century and, at its peak, was a thriving community of over 2,000 people. But the town was built on unstable ground, and years of landslides and earthquakes slowly destroyed the village. The final straw came in the 1960s when a series of landslides forced the remaining residents to abandon their homes. Today, the village is a ghost town, with its stone houses and cobblestone streets all crumbling and decaying. It's a powerful image, a place so full of history and life, now just a decaying ruin. It's a sobering reminder that we're not in control of our planet, and that the forces of nature are always, always more powerful than us.